Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here at the Ruttenberg Library. Come to you tonight with another book haul. I told you in the previous one, I showed you, or a mail haul, excuse me, some books in the mail from my good friend Paul in St. Louis. This particular mail haul is going to be a chunk of books that my friend Peg from over in Colorado, she lives in outside of Denver, and yeah, she sent me a load of books, and I'm very, very thankful for those. Thank you, Peg. As always, you've never never steered me in the wrong direction. You've always given me good stuff, and I really, really appreciate that. And so, BookTube, I wanted to share those with you and show you the delightful little selections that she sent me. I was very, very, very happy with the box of books that she had sent. So anyway, I'm going to start off actually with a magazine. She had an extra of Medieval World Culture and Conflict, and I do not have any of these. This is a brand new magazine for me, and so she sent me an extra copy that she had, and I haven't had a chance to dig into it, but I will soon, because guess what we're going through right now in my world history class? We are going through the Middle Ages, and having some fun doing that. Matter of fact, Friday we finished up watching some stuff on the meals of the people from the Middle Ages. And so then on Monday, when we get back into class, we're going to be making our own coat of arms and designing them, and hopefully coming up with some idealistic, inspirational stuff that we're going to put on our coat of arms that's representative of ourselves. And hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun with that. So yeah, we're in that. But looks like it's got some good pictures in here. A lot of text on there, so I'm looking forward to some good articles. Oh, some more paintings in there. Crossbow. Oh, look at this. This is nice. That's the kind of stuff Peg always likes with her. Oh goodness, what's the name of those books? She always shows the war books. I'm going blank on them anyway. But yeah, this is going to be great. I'm really looking forward to digging into this and reading. It may become my SSR selection. I might take that to school and read it for SSR. But thank you, Peg. I really appreciate that. As always, like I said, you've never steered me in the wrong direction. So this is the great part. Something I'm super excited about. She sent me a bunch of baseball biographies, and they are going to mix in well with the opening day project that I got going this year for the second year in a row, where I read one book about Major League Baseball for every month of the Major League Baseball season. I've already got my first book read. My first one that I read for the March was On the Eighth Day God Made Baseball by Mark Little. It's a memoir of his years in baseball. Look at the cover there. That's pretty cool. Well, anyway, I already got my first one down. I have started another book, but I'm also planning on reading probably this one next. And then I have a Nolan Ryan. I've got lots of good baseball books going. And my good friend Todd from up in Michigan, he sent me a baseball series of baseball books last year. And anyway, I'm digging into those this year. And Peg just added to the list, so I'm super pumped. So let me show this. I'm kind of rambling here. Let me show you these. This is from let's see, Nebraska Press. Is that right? Yes, Nebraska Press. Yeah, University of Nebraska Press. There it is. So anyway, out of Lincoln, this is Tony Lazer, Yankees legend and baseball pioneer by Lawrence Baldessaro. Hopefully I said that right. I apologize if I did not. But again, these books, I love these books because they're, 300 pages? Is that? Yeah, right at 300 pages. And super excited. Let's see, I thought this one had yeah, there it is. Got nice black and white photos in the middle, a whole series of them here to go with the text. And I absolutely love old baseball, the old, 1920s, 1930s baseball. I love it, and I love reading about the Yankees. I'm a Kansas City Royals fan, but when you go back to the 20s and 30s, you gotta dig into some Yankee stuff. So anyway, real excited about that. Let me read this cover to you. It says, before there was Joe DiMaggio, there was Tony Lazer. A decade before the Yankee Clipper began his legendary career in 1936, Lazer paved the way for the man who would become the patron saint of Italian-American fans and players. He did so by forging his own Hall of Fame career as a key member of the Yankees' legendary Murderers Row lineup between 1926 and 1937, in the process of becoming the first Major League Baseball star of Italian descent. An unwitting pioneer who played his entire career while afflicted with epilepsy, Lazer was the first player to hit 60 home runs in organized baseball, one of the first middle infielders in the big leagues to hit with power, and the first Italian player with enough star power to attract a whole new generation of fans to the ballpark. As a 22-year-old rookie for the New York Yankees, Lazer played alongside such legends as Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. He immediately emerged as a star, finishing second to Ruth in RBIs and third in home runs in the American League. Lawrence Baldessaro reveals Lazer to be one of the smartest, most talented, and most respected players of his time. The forgotten Yankee who helped the team win 6 American League pennants and 5 World Series titles. And it looks like Lawrence Baldessaro, the author, he wrote Beyond DiMaggio, Italian Americans in Baseball, and then he also wrote Baseball Italian Style, great stories told by Italian American major leaguers from Crosetti to Piazza, and then he also wrote the Ted Williams Reader. So he's got some baseball books under his belt already. So I'm really looking forward to dipping into this. Again, the author's new to me, but baseball's not, so I'm real excited about that. This next one, this is just an absolutely beautiful cover. It looks like an old baseball card. This is The Big Cat, The Life of Baseball Hall of Famer Johnny Mize by Jerry Grillo. So looks like an old baseball card. I like that. That's pretty sweet. But these are all newer books that just came out. And again, this is from the University of Nebraska Press. 2024, and that other book was, I believe, 2024 also. This one says, Johnny Mize was one of the greatest hitters in baseball's golden age of great hitters. Born and raised in tiny Demorest, Georgia, in the northeast Georgia mountains, Mize emerged from the heart of Dixie as a Bunyan-esque slugger, a quiet but sharp-witted man from a broken home who became a professional player at 17, embarking on an extended tour of the expansive St. Louis Cardinals minor league system. Mize then spent 15 seasons terrorizing major league pitchers as a member of those Cardinals, the New York Giants of Mel Ott and Leo Durocher, and finally with the New York Yankees, who won a record 5 straight World Series, with Mize as their ace in the hole, the best pinch hitter in the American League. Few hitters have combined such meticulous bat control with brute power the way Mize did. Mize was a line drive hitter who rarely struck out and also hit for distance to all fields, and usually for high average. Nicknamed the Big Cat, nobody had a better, smoother, easier swing than John, said Cardinals teammate Don Gutteridge. It was picture perfect. Tabbed as a can't-miss Hall of Famer, then all but forgotten, Mize spent 28 years waiting for the call from Cooperstown before he was finally inducted in 1981, delighting fans with his straightforward commentary and sly sense of humor during a memorable introduction speech. From the back roads of the minor leagues to the sunny Caribbean, where he played alongside the best black and Latin players as a 21-year-old, and to the major leagues where he became a 10-time All-Star, home run champion, and World Series hero, Mize forged a memorable trail along baseball's landscape. This is the first complete biography of the Big Cat. And so I'm super pumped to get into this. The font's a little small. I'm going to have to make sure I got my glasses on that. But all things said, I'm real excited. You know, we got lots of different pictures in the middle there to help with the story. There he is beside his Hall of Fame plaque. So, and I do know that if if you went online on YouTube, you can probably find his Hall of Fame induction speech. You can find most of at least all the newer ones you can. I imagine if you looked hard enough, you can probably find that on there. But anyway, this is one of the ones I'm more excited about just because of this is a definite, like this would be a cover buy. I love that cover. That is great. Anyway, let's see here. Let's just go ahead and get all the baseball books. I got 2 more. We'll get those out of the way, and then we'll go to Civil War stuff. So this one's The Fenway Effect, A Cultural History of the Boston Red Sox by David Krell. So interesting cover. But yeah, that's the long storied franchise. I got a guy at school who'd really like to get his hands on this one. He's a huge Red Sox fan, a guy that I coach with and teach with. But this has got all kinds of good stuff in it. Again, font is a little small. Maybe my eyeballs are just getting old. I don't know. But this is going through, like it says, the history and the culture of baseball at Fenway Park. And so real excited about this one. Not going to read the cover of this one because I think it pretty much tells the story there in the subtitle. All right, so the last baseball book in this stack, this is Schoolboy, The Untold Journey of a Yankees Hero, Wadey Hoyt with Tim Manners, and forward by Bob Costas. Look at that picture. That's a young man there, isn't it? That is a young picture. Anyway, looking forward to this. And these are all from University of Nebraska Press. This one included. That's a good picture of him and Gehrig and Ruth. That's a pretty good picture right there. But these are all, again, 2024 books. Yep, just wanted to make sure. 2024. Wadey Schoolboy Hoyt. Improbable baseball journey began when the 1915 New York Giants signed him as a high school junior for no pay and for a $5 bonus. After nearly having both his hands amputated and cavorting with men twice his age in the hardscrabble minor leagues, he somehow ended up the best pitcher for the New York Yankees in the 1920s. And that's saying something because that was a good team. Based on a trove of Hoyt's writings and interview transcripts, Tim Manners has reanimated the baseball legend's untold story entirely in Hoyt's own words. Schoolboy dives straight into early 20th century America and the birth of modern-day baseball, as well as Hoyt's defining conflict. Should he have pursued something more respectable than being the best pitcher on the 1927 New York Yankees, arguably the greatest baseball team of all time? Over his 23-year professional baseball career, Hoyt won 237 big league games across 3,845 and 2/3 innings and one locker room brawl with Babe Ruth. He also became a vaudeville star who swapped dirty jokes with Mae West and drank champagne with Al Capone, a philosophizer who bonded. Did I say that right? Philosophizer who bonded with Lou Gehrig over the meaning of life, and a funeral director who left a body chilling in his trunk while pitching an afternoon game at Yankee Stadium. Hoyt shares his thoughts on famous moments in the golden age of baseball history, assesses baseball's legends, including Ty Cobb, Stan Musial, and Pete Rose, and describes the strategies of baseball's managers John McGraw, Miller Huggins, and Connie Mack. He writes at length about the art of pitching and how the game and its players changed and didn't over his lifetime. After retiring from baseball at 38 and coming to terms with his alcoholism, Hoyt found some happiness as a family man, a beloved pioneering Cincinnati Reds radio sportscaster with Websterian vocabulary spiked with Brooklyn accent. When Hoyt died in 1984, his foremost legacy may have been as a raconteur who punctuated his life story with awe-inspiring and jaw-dropping anecdotes. In Schoolboy, he never flinches from an unsparing account of his remarkable and paradoxical 84-year odyssey. So yeah, looking forward to that. It sounds like it's going to be, a wonderful baseball journey or baseball story about his journey in baseball. So yeah, BookTube, check that book out. Check out all these books. Go to the University of Nebraska Press and check out the selection they have. It's a pretty good selection of books. So now we move on to some Civil War stuff, and I am pumped about this. This is awesome. So this is Harold Holzer's new book, brought forth on this continent, Abraham Lincoln and American Immigration. And so this is a reading copy, but I'm still pumped to have it. Anything with Lincoln is always good for me. It's 2024 from Dutton Press. And yeah, it's about, I'm not going to read the whole back cover for you. It's exactly what it says, Abraham Lincoln and American Immigration. So what he thought about that. Again, looking forward to this. I just love reading about Lincoln. I have nothing else to say. I just love reading about Lincoln. We're covering Lincoln in class, and I think the kids are starting to catch on to how much I like Lincoln. I've brought him up quite a few times in the last couple of days because we've gotten our Civil War unit. We're going through the antebellum period, but I've already brought him up several times. So, all right. So the next one's a work of fiction, and this just came out on the 9th. And so this is like a brand new book, but this is the advanced reader copy, but brand new novel just came out by Megan Campisi. I think that's how you say it, and it's The Widow's Spy. And Peg thought I'd really like this, so she sent that over to me. This is, again, 2024 book. It's from Atria Books. Let me read this back cover to you. So, Kate Warner is many things: the country's first female detective, a Pinkerton agent, and a Union spy. It's August 1861, and her latest assignment could finally end the bloody Civil War and bring the fractured United States together again. All she has to do is win the trust of her captive, Confederate spy and socialite Rose Greenhow. You knew the Wild Rose was going to come into this story. You knew that was going to happen. Anyway, but with Rose well aware of Kate's working class background and belief in abolitionism, it seems an impossible task. Worse, Kate has secrets that make her vulnerable, such as her forbidden love affair with a colleague. With time running out, Kate faces not only the moral and political divides between herself and Rose, but also the ones she made in her own heart and life. She must decide which divides are worth crossing and how far she's willing to go to defeat the Confederacy in this spellbinding and moving new novel from Megan Campisi. So, yeah, looking forward to this. Go check this out. It should be in your bookstores now, or you can at least ask for them to bring it in. Ask your library to bring it in. But nice spy novel. And like I said, hot off the presses, just came out. So looking forward to digging into that. And it's not too long, BookTube. If you're wanting a quick read, it's only, 246 pages. And 242 if you're doing just the regular text. So very well worth your time. All right, so the last book here in this mail haul from Peg over at the History Shelf. By the way, I haven't said it, but she is a pretty awesome booktuber. My guess is you're probably already subscribed to her if you're at my channel. We read a lot of the same stuff, same type of stuff. But if you're new to my channel and you have no idea who Peg is, go check out Peg at the History Shelf. I'll try to remember to leave a link down below in the description box to her channel. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. But go check her out. She's a great booktuber, great friend of mine. We do a lot of stuff online with Buddy. We do a lot of Buddy reads through Voxer, and then we do a lot of Buddy chats online where we use, not Skype, one of the video services where we can, talk to each other and just have a book discussion about whatever we've read. We've done that several times for you guys here in the BookTube community. But long story short, she's a wonderful booktuber. Go check out her channel. So the last book that she sent me, I'm very excited to read this. Of course, I have an older biography on this guy that I have not touched yet that I need to touch, but I might get to this one first. So it's The Great Abolitionist, Charles Sumner and the Fight for a More Perfect Union by Stephen Puleo. So this is a new book out. This comes out this month. And let's see, comes out on the 23rd of this month. This one comes out a little bit later in a couple weeks here, or is it just a week now? Might be just a week. Yeah, about a week and a half. Yeah, about a week and a half. This one's going to be out. And so go make sure you check this out. But a new biography on Charles Sumner. And we just literally got done talking about him on Friday, and we're going to bring him up again on Monday in class. So how fitting. Says the groundbreaking biography of a forgotten civil rights hero. In the tempestuous mid-19th century, as slavery consumed congressional debate and America careened toward civil war and split apart when the very future of the nation hung in the balance, Charles Sumner's voice rang strongest, bravest, and most unwavering. Where others preached promise and moderation, he denounced slavery's evils to all who would listen and demanded that it be wiped out of existence. More than any other person of his era, he blazed the trail on the country's long, uneven, and ongoing journey toward realizing its full promise to become a more perfect union. That is a wonderful little description. I love that. And it just gets me fired up. I would love to have lived in the time period of Charles Sumner and sat in Congress and listened to his speech. That would have been exciting and entertaining probably, because the one side of the aisle did not like the man, so it would have been exciting. Anyway, it says, before and during the Civil War, at great personal sacrifice, Sumner was the conscience of the North and most influential politician fighting for abolition. Throughout Reconstruction, no one championed the rights of emancipated people more than he did. Through the force of his words and his will, he moved America towards the twin goals of abolitionism and equal rights, which he fought for literally until the day he died. He laid the cornerstone arguments that civil rights advocates would build upon over the next century, and as the country strove to achieve equality among the races. The Great Abolitionist is the first major biography of Charles Sumner to be published in over 50 years. Acclaimed historian Stephen Puleo relates the story of one of the most influential non-presidents in American history with evocative and accessible prose, transporting readers back to an era when our leaders exhibited true courage, authenticity in the face of unprecedented challenges. And man, oh man, that is exactly right. And I can't speak enough. I've read Stephen Puleo before. When it says that, relates a story, one of the most influential, yada, yada, with evocative and accessible prose, I can't stress that enough. He is a wonderful writer. I've read his books before, and I have another one of his on, what was it? It was a disaster that happened. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But I have another one I need to read of his. But looking forward to this. Like I said, his other book that I read was absolutely wonderful. I wish I could remember the name of it. It's like escaping me. But anyway, BookTube, go check that out. This is going to be a good one. And I'm looking forward to reading it. And I'll come back and tell you what I think of that when I get done. So anyway, that is the end. This is the stack that Miss Peggy sent me. Okay, BookTube. Yeah, she did good. She did real good. Thank you, Peg, for sending those books to me. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to digging into them. She is so messing up my TBR. Her and in my last video, Paul, they're both just messing up my TBR. I got plans of what I need to get rid, and then they keep giving me these awesome books, but that's BookTube, you guys know how that is. That's just the way it goes. So many books, too little time, right? So anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all of the kind comments everybody's been leaving in the videos. And thank you to subscribers old and new. So anyway, until next time, thank you for watching BookTube. Happy reading.